Howdy folks, this is Narrator007, and we have reached the 20th episode of the final season of Friendship is Magic. This is the second episode this season that has been given to a brand new writer. This time, it's Ariel Shepard Oppenheim. Looking up her writing history, I have no idea what to expect from Ms. Oppenheim. She's written a short story with serious themes, a short comedy with some very adult situations, and some episodes for Llama Llama, a cartoon which appears to be targeted at very young children or preschoolers. Based on the title, A Horse Shoe-In, I can guess two things. First, a shoe-in refers to something that is expected to be almost sure to happen, usually used in the context of a sporting event, as in, he was a shoe-in to win the long jump. And second, horseshoes are used in a game, not just as an equine accessory. Now, not only are AJ and RD very competitive, but horseshoe tossing was one of the very first things we saw them compete with each other in, at the beginning of Fall Weather Friends. My guess is that we are about to get one last Apple Dash rivalry episode, something that will hopefully leave us with a much better memory of that duo than last season's non-compete clause did. Alright, time to find out how right or wrong I am. Let's start this baby.
I think you really spruce up the office, Miss
Starlight.
Oh, I'm gonna call you Phyllis. Don't you look good, Phyllis?
Wow, she's almost as in love with plants as Fluttershy is with animals.
Come in.
Were you just talking to someone?
No. What?
Starlight, I have something very important to discuss with you.
If this is about leaving early yesterday, I didn't have any students on my schedule, and Trixie was having a magical emergency. Nothing.
It's not anything like that.
Is it something good?
Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship,
A
in
promotion?
light of her impending ascension to the throne of Equestria, and in anticipation of her many duties and responsibilities forthwith, does hereby intend to make good on her
Wow, this is
previous
almost as
offer
long as the
to you,
CMC's
Starlight Glimmer,
speech.
of replacing her as head mayor of the School of Friendship.
I want you to take over the school when I move to Canterlot.
I know. It's
I know,
so
they already went over this in the
amazing.
premiere.
I'm a little... Do you think I'm really up for it? Of course you do. I've covered for you every time you've had to run off and save Equestria, but, I mean...
Yeah, but
yes,
those were for short periods of time.
Thank you!
This is a permanent basis. Whoa!
You're welcome. And I can't think of any
Ooh,
pony
getting
who'd be
cozy
better
in here.
I'm a little nervous and excited. I'm mostly just nervous.
I
Nervous-sided?
understand.
Oh.
Of course, I'll have a lot of important responsibilities
Maybe
as
two
ruler of
parts nervous
Equestria,
and one part
but
excited?
I'll always be available to help whenever you need.
Are
Okay,
you
what could
supposed to
this
be
be
at a royal
about?
etiquette lesson with Celestia and Luna right now?
Right. Can't underestimate the important responsibility of royal napkin placement.
I hope we get to see at least part of that.
Wow.
Not that I wouldn't mind an
no
all
biggie,
Starlight
right,
episode.
Phyllis?
We haven't even
I've
gotten to see much of
totally
her
got this.
recently.
Uh-huh.
No, Phyllis! No! Okay, so this has nothing to do with Applejack and Rainbow Dash.
Officially offered the position of
Instead,
head mayor.
Starlight and
Thanks.
Trixie.
But
Well, I'll definitely take that.
It's going to cut into our social schedule.
What do you mean?
Take now, for example. Instead of heading to the delightful lunch I had planned, we're striding with determination toward what I can only assume is Twilight's office.
Wait, is it just
Obviously,
me,
our
or has
lunch
Trixie's
is
cutie
super
mark
important,
gotten
but
bigger?
so is taking over the school. And the only pony who's really run the School of Friendship is the Princess of Friendship. And I'm worried about doing it all
Yeah,
alone.
that's some big
so
horseshoes to
I want
fill.
to get as much advice from Twilight as I can while she's still here.
Not a bad
Twilight's
idea.
never really done anything alone. She always has her friends.
But that just gave me
So
an idea.
you need some
Thanks,
friends.
Trixie. You can give good advice when you don't mean to.
Thanks. Are we still doing lunch?
Getting royal place settings just right is a lot harder than it looks.
Okay. I know how busy you are, but I wanted to talk to you about running the school because, honestly, I was a bit worried about taking it over all on my own. But I
Have you
just
given her any
realized
notes?
You never did it alone.
Having a friend help out is pretty great.
Or 5.
Exactly. So, what do you think about me hiring a vice head mare to help run things?
I trust you to
Oh.
run the school any way you want. And if that means hiring a vice head mare, I think it's a great idea.
I just hope you're not
Really?
thinking of who I
Like
think
you
you're
said,
thinking
I've
of.
always had ponies around to help. And don't worry, you can always call on me to...
Twilight, Rarity says you were supposed to be at the boutique 5 minutes ago for your second fitting for the coronation gown.
Ugh, how
Coronation
many gown.
gown. Oh, I hope we get to see a preview of that.
Anyway, good luck finding your vice head mare. I know you'll pick the right pony for the job.
Or maybe they're just teasing us with that line.
Wow. I heard the whole thing, and all I can say is, I am humbled.
Why?
I hadn't ever considered it, but hearing
Oh.
you say it out loud made me
Oh,
realize
she's
what a
assuming
great
it's her,
and
isn't
powerful
she?
vice head mare I'll be.
Yep.
Yes, we get to work and
Of course she would
socialize at the
assume
same
that.
time.
Of course she
Well,
would.
sure, that would be fun, but I can't just give you the job.
Oh, no, of course not.
Yeah, you've got
I
to
imagine
apply
it's a
for
lengthy
it.
process to go through before you inevitably hire the best pony for the position.
Sorry. Sorry,
Exactly.
Trixie, but
I'll
I don't think
probably
it works
interview
that way
several
here.
Ponies.
Of course, several. Wink.
Why do you keep saying wink?
I'm not saying wink. Wink.
So
I'm
does
glad
that mean
you all
only?
decided to be part of the search for the School of Friendship's
Did you...
vice
Wait?
head
Oh,
mare.
Octavia!
Honestly,
Wait,
if you're
spoiled
looking for
rich?
some pony
What?
to fundraise, I can bring in enough bits to have several buildings named after me.
Well, that's not the
I'm
primary
really
responsibility
surprised
of the
you
vice
invited
head mare,
her.
But any pony is welcome to apply. I think the selection process I've come up with is
Wait, Big
pretty
Macintosh?
Albeit unnecessary.
Would you stop that?
Since you all have to prove you have
I never
what it
thought
takes
I'd
to
see
be a vice
Octavia
head mare,
beside Big
I've decided
Macintosh
to
in a lineup
interview
before.
In 3 stages. Each stage will test a different skill the vice head mare needs.
Oh,
Only
so it's a
those who do
competition
well
of
will move
sorts.
through the stages until finally the best candidate rises to the top. So,
I
without
wonder
further
what the
ado,
competition
it's time for
will
stage
be
1,
like.
substituting for the teachers.
Oh.
Well.
Well, that makes sense.
Once the students get a sample of my great and powerful instruction, they might not want to go back to the regular faculty.
Sure. What is Big Mac doing?
Wow,
Wait,
that
sewing?
seems so straight. You really learned how to sew from mending apple sacks on the farm?
Yep. I never thought that Big Mac would be a sewer.
Obviously, loyalty is the foundation of friendship and trust. But nothing gets more loyalty than a big stack of bits.
Oh,
This
of
book on
course you would
business
say
will
that.
teach you all how to earn your own.
Oh, brother.
Chapter 1, Equity.
Fail. Well, Octavia gets points for harmonizing. Whoa! Whoa! And improvisation as well. Wow. Oh. Nice Rube Goldberg machine.
In the pre-Equestria era, year 1322, Abraxius the Bull did...
Yeah, just skip to the good part.
For a really long time. Okay, I know history's important, but I never learned any of it, and look how I turned out.
Yeah, you turned out in a mobile home.
Wait.
Oh, brother. Well, at least we know she can teach
Okay,
napping.
Phyllis. Obviously, those 3 are moving on. But what about the rest? I think we're in agreement on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an easy call. But this, oh
I
boy.
know what you're gonna say, but it would be so much fun to have my vice head mare be a friend. She just needs a little more hoof holding than some of the others, but it could still
Oh
work out,
boy.
right?
Starlight, I've given this a lot of thought.
If only
and
Phyllis
even
could
though I
talk
still
some
believe
sense
naps
into
are
her.
a valid use of class time, you'll be the one running the school. So if you say no naps, then no naps. And I know I
Well,
can be a
that'll
little
help her case a
stubborn
little.
and not the best listener, but I just can't wait for us to tackle this job as a team. 2 great and powerful friends taking on the world. And I know you still have to go through all this interview stuff. Wink. but I just had to tell you how excited I am.
I should have started a wink counter for this one.
See? I told you it could work. Oh.
Disapproving leaf drop.
All right, remaining Vice Headmare candidates, welcome to stage 2. All of you are
Well,
here
Trixie's
because
starting to
you
get
performed
confident.
Well,
Actually,
enough
who am I kidding?
to face your
Trixie's
next
always
challenge,
been confident.
Parent-teacher conferences. The Vice Headmare will need to be a master communicator, and I can't think of a better test of that than meeting with our students and their parents.
Oh,
and
well, I
guardians.
think this may be the end of the line for
I
Big Mac.
eagerly look forward to sharing my love of
Whoa, he
science
speaks!
with both progeny and progenitors.
Indeed.
Well, at
An
least we know
orchestra is
Peter
made up
New
of
will make it
different
through.
parts, and good communication
If not in his
is
main
the key
role.
to harmony.
Yup.
That was a different
A
voice for
lifetime
Octavia,
on
though.
stage has taught me that good communication is essential to holding your audience's attention, which is why Trixie is also known as a great and powerful communicator.
Well, Trixie is good at talking a lot. Let's just see if
Life
she
at
can
the
stay
School
on
of
topic.
Friendship is like a song, and although she started out singing her part pianissimo, Ocellis is now soloing fortissimo.
That's good.
What does
right?
that mean?
Indeed.
The science curriculum at the school is somewhat lacking, but Fiona has
course he
taken
would
to
talk
the
about
subject
that.
like a yak to smashing. If fostered, I believe she could easily blaze a trail and expand our understanding of science itself. Next best! Next!
Wow, he knows how to talk to an audience.
Dallas is a fantastic student. He's even taught me a thing or two about napping.
Is that why you're putting me to sleep?
Excuse me?
I don't know why I have to come to these things.
Well,
Oh
most
boy,
parents
this
or
may
guardians
not go
want
well.
to be involved in our students' lives. Maybe we should find a different representative from Griffinstone to be Gallus's guardian.
Oh, that'd be great. If you find one, let me know!
Yeah,
I'm
good
so
luck with that.
confused. You're saying Silverstream is exuberant?
Yup.
And enthusiastic?
Yup.
But aren't those
You
the
can
same?
say that again.
And are
Well,
they good?
yeah,
I mean,
kind
you
of.
could be trying to tell me she's unfocused, but then you might just be explaining that you appreciate her high energy.
Dude, you're overthinking things.
Nope. Maybe.
There seems to be a lot of
Wow,
nuance
poor
here,
Big
and I just
Macintosh
want to make
is
sure I understand
needs a little
exactly what
greater
you're
vocabulary
saying.
for this
So what
part
are
of
you
the job.
Gallus doesn't need to know I'm proud of him, and he certainly doesn't need me.
I don't know about that.
all the way
Looks
to
to me like maybe he
Ponyville.
does.
Good, because you're no longer welcome.
Oh, well, fine with me.
Trixie, what happened?
I'm not sure, but we'll have one less conference to worry about next semester.
Oh, brother. Or oh, sister
I really
in this
appreciate
case.
your honesty, Big Mac, and you're right. Parents expect a lot of detailed communication when it comes to their kids. And if you aren't comfortable with that, Vice Headmare probably isn't the job for you.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. Well, at least he realizes that.
Starlight,
sorry.
I know why you wanted to see me, and you don't have to
You
worry.
better not let
Good.
Trixie in the last
It's
stage
thoughtful
after
that you'd
that
want to check in on me
performance.
after my shocking confrontation with Grandpa Gruff, but never fear, I shall recover.
Trixie, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. You can't get into a shouting match with parents or guardians.
Exactly.
For the final stage of the interview process, you'll each have to put together a field trip. And if you really do want the job, I need yours to be exceptional. Because if I had to pick a Vice Headmare right now, it wouldn't be you.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh boy, Trixie is not
Obviously,
taking this
you're not gonna
seriously.
give the job to some pony else, but you want to see my best. Well, message received. Wait,
Not exactly.
Trixie,
the great and powerful Trixie is about to pull out all the stops. I hope you're ready for the most exceptional field trip to ever grace this school.
Is it wrong for me to think she might actually pull it off?
Yeah.
Oh, don't answer that.
Yeah, he's only got so many more leaves he can drop.
Not looking forward to the performance?
I know Octavia loves music, but a field trip to a classical music performance isn't my idea of an exciting time.
Oh, I bet she can find a way to make it exciting. Ah ha ha! Oh, I had a feeling. Slice of Life 2.0, here we come. Dang, they got almost a siren-like power on their side here.
When I heard we'd be
Dang.
arranging field trips, I knew right away I wanted to take you all to my lab. I can think of no better trip than one through the quantum field. I am referring to time travel.
What? Well, I don't think that's such a good idea. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Transportation device.
A chair.
Hopefully it doesn't run on electricity.
And 3, 4, 5. Congratulations! You are now 5 seconds into the future. You see, we are all already time travelers. Who's next?
Oh, brother.
Now what?
Oh, I hadn't actually thought that much beyond this.
Oh, brother. This time I actually can use it that way. Okay, so what's she gonna do?
Students, welcome to the greatest and most powerful field trip of your lives.
Yeah, but you're in class.
I am thrilled you asked, because today we're not doing a normal, old, boring field trip where you go somewhere.
So, not field trip.
Au contraire, I could have easily taken you to Froggy Bottom Bog, but we don't need to leave the comfort of the classroom for our field trip.
Wait,
I
what?
can bring the field trip to us.
How? Where did that come from? Uh-oh. That's not good. Flash bees! Oh, boy. Whoa! Clear the classroom!
Well, I found the perfect little patch of bog to teleport into the school.
I wouldn't call it perfect,
Consider the
exactly.
possibility that a hive of flash bees might have nested there.
Oh, boy. Well, this is definitely not good. Well, at least they don't seem to like yaks too much.
Told you
Or
bees,
dislike
that's
yaks
my
too much.
field trip bog.
I think that just made them mad.
Students, I'll handle this. I was only trying to give them an exceptional field trip experience, which you have to admit I did.
Well, you definitely gave them a memorable one. All right, now how is Starlight going to handle this? Oh, what? You mean we don't get to see? Well, it looks like it was
Starlight?
certainly an explosive confrontation.
There. So, they're gone?
Yes.
Nice teamwork, am I right?
Not exactly.
I don't know what team you're on, but it isn't mine. This was a disaster. It was dangerous.
I think the words you're looking for are great and powerful.
It wasn't even acceptable! You went from
Not
taking
at
it seriously
all.
to blowing things so out of proportion you put every creature in danger. And I wanted to work with a friend so much, I ignored the fact that you would never be right for the job.
I'm confused.
And so the truth
What are you
comes
saying?
out.
I'm saying you'll never be vice head mayor.
But I thought you created the position for me.
Why would you think that? I created the position because I need help. But I can't think of any way that you would ever help me.
Wow.
Twilight's friends always helped her.
Whoa.
Oh, that's because Twilight's friends are competent. They care about what they're doing.
Whoa.
And they know how to do it.
Dang.
Well, I
That
guess I
was
won't take up
harsh.
any more of your time, Headmare Starlight.
Starlight? I just thought I'd check in to see how the search for a vice headmare was going.
A lot better now.
Okay.
Wait.
I
Since
really
when is
wanted
Twilight's
to be a
magic
friend,
stronger than
so
Starlight's?
I ended up pushing aside some pretty big signs that it wasn't gonna work out.
Not every pony is right for every job, but every pony has something to contribute. The trick is figuring out what.
What if you and your friend can't figure it out?
If you have a job to do, you have to decide what's best and be upfront and honest, even if that means you can't work with a friend on it.
So, I guess that means talking to them at the beginning, instead of stringing them along until you get so frustrated you totally lose it and say a bunch of really awful things?
Yeah, pretty much, in a nutshell.
Trixie? I know you're in there.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm sorry for all
Oh,
those things I said.
smoke weed every day.
I just really wanted it to work out, even though I knew it probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
should've
like
said
about
something sooner.
99.5% chance that
we
it
can't have
wouldn't.
what we want because I'm terrible at everything and could never help you with anything.
You aren't terrible, and you have a lot of great qualities. Maybe
Just not ones that would
Vice
help with the
Headmare
school.
qualities, but great and powerful friend qualities. Well, you really stand by the ponies you care about. Gallus even said no creatures ever stuck up for him the way you did with Grandpa Gruff.
Huh?
It would have been nice to run the school together, but not every pony is right for every job.
I know how you take your responsibilities seriously, and maybe I should have known I wasn't exactly a perfect fit.
If it makes
Yeah,
you feel any
think-
better, no pony was.
What do you
What? What about
Well,
Octavia?
Dr. Hooves has decided to go back to his experiments, and Octavia is worried the responsibilities of Vice Headmare will take too much time away from her music.
Oh,
Maybe getting
you
a
gotta
Vice
be kidding
Headmare
me.
was a bad
BS.
idea.
Starlight, obviously you'd like some help, and hiring a Vice Headmare is a great idea.
But who could it be?
Well, you need some pony who's responsible like you, and detail-oriented like Twilight, and smart, obviously. It is a school, after all.
It would be nice if I got along with them, since having it be a friend can't work out.
Maybe it can.
And I knew it.
Oh,
As soon as I read
Sunburst!
Trixie's
Oh,
scroll
why
that it
didn't I
would be
think
the
of that?
exact right thing for me to do.
But what about being Flurry Heart's Crystaller?
Well, honestly,
Well,
now
she
that
is getting a
Flurry
little
Heart's
older now.
there really isn't much
Right.
for me to do outside of the occasional tradition or festival. And working at a school is what I always thought I'd do. I mean, if you'll have me.
Are you kidding? You're hired!
I had a feeling this would work
Perfect.
out.
Oh, Trixie, thank you so much.
Between being insightful when I want to be and giving good advice when I don't mean to, I suppose I can be a pretty good friend.
More than that, actually.
Maybe an
You
advisor.
really did give good advice. And you helped me talk through the problem of finding the right pony for the job. And we know you care about the students.
Trixie, the great and powerful advice giver, problem talk througher, and student care about her. I think I'll go with friend.
Friend is perfect. But there's a position here at the school you might be right for, too. What would you say to being the School of Friendship's new student counselor?
What? No, no
I say
way.
This office needs a bit of redecorating. Potted plants scream desperation.
There's no way she could make a good counselor. That's what I said. Okay, now, as entertaining as that was, there's no way do I think that Trixie would make a good student counselor. Someone with that huge of an ego of her own. I really, really gotta question that decision at the end. But everything else about this episode, especially how awesome Octavia was, pretty great. And yeah, the problems and the conclusion were pretty obvious, but I thought they went about in a rather entertaining way. Sometimes it's about the journey, not the destination. So, let's take a look at the voice performers here. Oh, Kathleen Barr not only was Trixie, she also got to play Yona's mom this time. Peter New of Big Mac, Dr. Hooves. Oh, Yona's dad. And Rarity's musical voice actress, Kazumi Evans, got to reprise her role as Octavia. I really thought it might have been somebody else because her voice was so different this time. But it has been a long time since Slice of Life back in Season 5, so I suppose she could have easily forgotten what voice she'd given her back in. Okay, well, I can't think of anything else to add right now. This is Narrator007 signing off. Have a good weekend.